Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 'Cause We Can Farms, and today we're actually finishing the crate. So I couldn't find hinges that were all black, which is what I wanted, and I ended up buying these, and I knew that I had some black spray paint, so we're just going to spray them and then get them put up instead of buying the black ones, which I would rather have because then they wouldn't get scratches and stuff on them, but this will definitely do. So I made the decision to put these tiles in. I actually had bought extra for another project, so I knew that I had them. And, you know, the dogs are just, they bring in everything. So this was one way that I could try and keep a cleanable inside of the crate, where I could easily just reach in there and run a little vacuum or, you know, clean it up or whatever. One thing that I think that I wish that I would have done is actually made the entire top where it could hinge off so that cleaning inside here would actually be a lot easier. We'll see how it goes as time shows me what I need to do, but I really may possibly make that a hinge thing, so you'd be able to pull the drawer all the way out and then hinge the top up and open it and then get in there and clean. So that may be something that you would want to think of if you were making a dog crate for yourself and for your own dogs. I do have to say that I absolutely love this thing. It's so much nicer than the metal crate. It's quieter because the plastic on the bottom of the crate and all of those things definitely makes a lot of noise. So it's quite a bit quieter, and I really do enjoy that. So what we did here is we pushed the tile up against the little doggy door, and I went outside and traced around it and then was able to cut that out to slip that in behind, and that way the doggy crate door was just put up over the tile, and so it looks really nice, I think. Are you in jail? What happened? What happened? You get put in jail. Ooh, that's how the door opened. Did you like that, Chloe? You like your new crate? You look very happy. You look happy about your crate. Well, I can probably put the hinges on, but they're still kind of drying. Do you want to jump in the truck? Kira loves her car rides. We're going to go get water and another hook to latch this actually closed. Man.
I'm as bad as the dogs.
You just like the puppies. And speaking of that, we got to close this up and figure all of that out. Car ride. Car ride. Look who gets to go on a car ride. Here. Leashes, because you're crazy. Crazy Corgis.
And here, people, we have the majestic, focused predator.
There's Focus. Okay, where's our screwdriver?
Right here. As Lacey wonders what she's doing and contemplates life.
Yep, my hands aren't going to do that. You're right, you can do it.
Yay!
Or my back.
I'm going to hold you.
Come on, let's do it. Oh God, I'm sitting on things I should be. There are so many things over here that I'm not supposed to be sitting on. Move all of that. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Ow. Okay. Oh, still on. Still going.
Earthquake.
I sat on things I shouldn't have.
That was not the cause of it. Probably.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Try to go in as straight up and down as you can. One of Kira's absolute favorite things to do is to assemble things. Like, she loves it. So that's why the other day, if you've been watching, she put the entire swimming pool together by herself. And that brings her so much joy. So a lot of times I just kind of have to walk away and let her do her thing and not participate in it at all. This was really hard because I was wanting to just take this from her so badly and grab the drill and put these screws in. But, you know, sometimes you got to just let people do what brings them joy, and that brings her joy. So we're trying to figure out how to get this door on, how we were going to set it and all those kinds of things. And we needed to adjust the screws on this. I don't really know why we ended up pulling those off and then putting them back on, but it did end up happening. I think it's just because they didn't go in tight enough, but it's hilarious, these cats. So I do want to address all the blankets on the couch, and that's really because right now we are in the dustiest part of our season where we're basically in a drought. We have not gotten rain in a long time, and my dust turns into moon dust. I have to keep the couch covered because they do jump up there and they just get dust on everything. So we took a bit of a break. My son came over to show me his new puppy, and the puppy disappeared. Come inside. You can come in. Come on. Come on. There you go. So we just got back. We're going to put this front on, and I'm going to set the top on, and then we're going to call it a night. We did not find the puppy, but we put out the alert to the neighborhood groups chat, and everybody's going to look. But now I'm super tired and super sweaty and all of those things. So, well, about 11 o'clock that night, my son actually messaged me and said the puppy showed up. And this is an 8-week-old golden retriever male puppy. He's absolutely adorable. But I was so impressed with the fact that he literally got himself lost. He went on a hunt and found his way back to a place that he'd only been for about an hour. I'm really impressed with this puppy. He'd probably make a really good search and rescue dog. We'll have to see. That's a lot of training. Good morning, everybody. So today's actually Monday, but I want to finish this dog kennel. So I've got the drawer left to do and the top part that's going to flip open so that I can put the block over the door so the dogs can't get in and out, or the cats can't get in and out. So I did get the latch on. So let me show you the stuff that I actually finished that I didn't film because I was working in my pajamas. Okay. So I just stapled this on with the finishing nails to kind of hold everything together, and it's probably how I'm going to leave it. But the dog door's on. We got the little latch that makes that super easy. Finished all of the tile on the inside. I am going to have to tack this in with the finishing nails. But then I left a big hole here. Oh my gosh. Kira and her stuff. I was afraid that was her glasses. So that I can put this in and block the cats from getting out. The dogs can actually open that if they try hard enough. But I need a flip on this so that we can access that, but still be able to have this closed down so the cats can't get in there. You know, because cats will get everywhere and get into all the things. So that's what I'm working on today, is getting that piece cut And then this part right here that you see that's open is going to be a skinny drawer. And that's going to hold my dog leashes, toenail clippers, brushes, just that stuff for them. Nothing else goes in here. Look at this. Already in there. You so naughty. Okay, so right now I'm making the drawer, which the actual process of making the drawer is not difficult. One thing that I've come across that I've had a problem with is that when I put them into the cabinet, they seem to be pretty tight. My measurements are good. I just don't know if my crate is actually perfectly square. I really thought that it was, or it's the fact that my maybe my floor isn't perfectly level and I didn't put shims in there to shim that. But one side of the drawer is actually tighter than the other, and so it makes it's a little tough to open. So I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. I think it's just this front piece. I might be able to sand it down a little bit more, but it's in for now, and we'll deal with it for now. I still need to add a drawer pull that'll make it easier to open and close, but I want to bring up this paint. So I got this paint from Benjamin Moore, and they're doing a sponsor video for me with this particular paint. It's not this video, but it'll be my kitchen video. This stuff is fantastic. When you put it on, it actually levels itself out and gets rid of all your paint marks and all your stuff. And you still have to sand, you know, in between your coats and stuff, but you don't have the paint marks, the streaks from either the roller or the brush. So if you're looking for some paint, go into your local Benjamin Moore store and ask them about a paint that does that, because they may be able to guide you into what I'm using here, and I really like it. I've been super impressed with the wearability so far. I have it in a few different places, which is why I decided to use it on this crate, because I thought that it would wear a lot better than maybe some of the other paints. You know, animals are so hard on painted objects. Like, they will wear that paint off, which is one of the other reasons why I put the tile down, was for cleanability and the fact that they really won't be able to wear it off like they would paint. But I definitely struggled with this part of the build. Like, I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if it's the heat. We've had extreme heats here lately, but my brain is just not wanting to brain at all. Like, not at all. I just think that pattern on that is so pretty, you know, but I had to continuously re-measure things and come back and, you know, back and forth. So that's me going back and forth, re-measuring everything to make sure that I'm not cutting something wrong, because if you've been following this crate build journey, you know that I've definitely cut things wrong or used the wrong pieces in the wrong place, which is basically what happened. So, you know, just trying to square up this drawer and get it to fit. I do think that in the kitchen, the problem that I had with my drawer was that I didn't get it put in correctly. So everything is correct. It's just not pulling out because I don't have them perfectly level to each other, equal to each other. So I had actually planned to put the drawer in before I put the top on, but then I needed to put the top on for another reason. And because I used staples and not nails and not screws, I couldn't just unscrew it and pop that off. So I don't know, I like the cleanliness of it, of the top, without having screws in it. But I would really like to be able to pull the top off and, like I said, get in there and clean, or when we were putting this drawer in. But it did come together. So normally as I'm editing, I really do come up with a topic to talk about, something that's either been on my mind or on my heart, or that I've seen in my chat rooms. And you know, sometimes those topics go over really well and sometimes they don't. And I don't feel like I get to address them a huge amount in the small amount of time that I have for voiceover in these videos. And I do want to say that in my video the other day, there was somebody who got really upset at something, at my topic. And, you know, I think you guys, I just really want to let you know that it takes me sometimes a very long time to want to approach a topic, because I don't want somebody to think that I am putting somebody else down or blaming things on somebody else. I know that I chose this life, and this is a hard life, and, you know, it's my choice, and I live it the way that I want to live it, and I don't expect somebody else to make my life perfect or better. I made a huge mistake. I measured the very front piece, the drawer front, the same size as the drawer, instead of having any overlap on the sides. So I have to cut another piece. That's such a bummer. Such a bummer. But, so this should overlap here. Looks pretty though. I love this on the inside. So pretty. Peel that sticker off. But yeah, gotta pull that off and completely cut another piece. And the saddest thing about it is that was the right size until I cut it. Bummer. This is why things take me so long. I'm assuming that after you make a whole bunch of these, you totally get it. And like, you know to measure these things. But I think this is why I was so frustrated on my other drawers in my kitchen, which shut me down completely. So I just need to make a whole bunch of these, and then it won't be a big deal. Then I'll figure it out. The air conditioner is nice. Or swamp cooler. Yep, so I definitely had to trim that off. What it happened is, in my mind, I was making a drawer that sat on the outside of the crate, and what ended up happening is it needed to go inside the crate completely. So just trimming this off, repainting, touching up the paint, it's no big deal. And then it'll eventually get finished and put in there. But there's still so much to do this season. We have such a very short build season up here, and so little time, and the heat is just becoming absolutely crazy. Like I said, we were 105 yesterday. Not yesterday in the day that I'm filming this, but yesterday from today, Monday today. And it was just miserable, and I personally don't want to work in that. I don't know if I can work in that. I feel like I get heat exhaustion really bad. So we work early in the morning. We try to get as much done as we can, and then when it's really hot, we stop. The little swimming pool that Kira put up is a godsend. It makes a huge difference to be able to get in there and cool off, and that is extremely helpful. So if you're dealing with this heat, I recommend a pool. Go get one. It's amazing. Even if it's small and you just sit in it. It's absolutely worth it. You know, I had talked about the other day, PTSD has very similar to ADHD, the processing and stuff, and all over the place. And I am really working on trying to focus on one project at a time. It's really hard when there's so many projects that need to be done and you're wanting to get them all done before winter comes. But I'm just going to keep plugging away at this little house. And, you know, when I have to take off and do firewood, which is coming up here pretty soon, you know, we're just going to have to pick a couple of days and start cutting firewood. You know, then that's just basically what I'm going to be doing. So the next project after this one is to finish the walls on the living room. So getting the rest of the shiplap put up, and that'll be in my next upcoming video. It's getting the shiplap up and then I'll be building the platform underneath the couch. I already dislike the fact that it is so open under there because the cats drag little bags under there and they get toys under there, and it's just really difficult to clean up. So I'm really excited to just kind of have that completely closed off underneath. They'll be sad. They really enjoy playing under the couch, but as far as getting things cleaned up and being able to not just have things absolutely everywhere, having that platform put on, and then again some more drawers underneath there for stuff. And that's, I think the key is, any tiny house, you've definitely got to have storage everywhere you can possibly have it, because there just is no room for anything. And I keep looking at different areas saying, oh, I can add storage here, or I could put a dresser here and give us some more drawers to put things away in, because just, your basic living things, we definitely have a lot of stuff as human beings. And I would double that if you're homesteading, because you have multiple pots and pans, and those of you that cook from scratch completely understand this, that you have a lot more stuff when you are processing your own food and cooking completely from scratch. But this is really nice to be able to have the dog stuff right here in this little drawer. It was worth it, even though it's a skinny drawer, to add this, because adding their leashes, adding their stuff, I know exactly where it is. It's not sitting out anywhere else, and I can easily grab it, find it, and do what I need to do. All right, so that's super exciting to have that done. I suck with drawers. I totally suck with drawers. But that's going to get us to where at least the dog stuff is organized, and the dogs can use the crate. We've got the back in there so that we can put the door on. Open that little part. Open that part. Put the doggy door on so that they can't get in and out. This can be pulled out. And then that closed like that so that it's set up. So
Gives Kira a heart attack.
I do want to paint the very bottom there, but the finished floor is going to be flush with that, so I may not. I also need a handle for the actual drawer.